What's up? It's your boy Big Tali and my co-host for this episode.
What's up? You already know it's Chris back up in here.
So today we doing something different that we haven't done on this channel before. We're gonna be reading some fine horror literature. It might not be fine. We're gonna find that out as we read it. So we reading a creepy pasta today, and this is like when you look up scariest creepy pastas, a lot of people say this is up there. And it's not super long. So that's why we went with this one. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to pronounce. You know how to pronounce the dude's name from the title?
4chan?
Nah, that
Anansi? Anansi's Goatman story.
so this is a Anansi. He's telling a story about a goat man. That's my initial thought from reading this title. Right, so let's get into it. This is from Anansi's point of view, I assume. I'm 16 and black and have family down in Alabama. They farm and own a huge amount of land down in Huntsville. We're not too far from Huntsville, Chris. We like
Alright.
right there.
I ain't finna be seeing no damn Goatman up in this bitch.
Shit, bro. That's like, what's that? Like a hour drive from us?
It is like a little hour and a half.
Hey, this we might have to go investigate. But my uncle owns a big house and a bunch of trailers they put out in the woods for hunting or camping. Down south, my cousins suggest that we go out there to camp. I'm known as a city kid from Chicago, so they tease the F word out of me. Collect food, kill a pig and some chickens, and bring necessities to the camp for a few days. We get to the camp and it's obvious something is weird. The air has this weird electric smell, like right before a storm, like ozone. Is there an electric smell before a storm? I've never noticed that before. We think nothing of it and unpack and go down to a little creek to swim for a few hours. All of a sudden, some older white guy and a white teenager come out the bushes. He has a shotgun in the crook of his arm and says hello, and asks us what we are doing this far back in the woods. We tell him about my uncle, who he knows, and say we're camping out. He tells us we need to be real careful out here and stick together because there's a big animal in the woods. His son, who is my age, asks if he can stay and hang out with us. He says okay. That seems like a weird interaction to me. You agree?
Why they just popping out the bushes like that and then immediately going to, yeah, can I hang out?
He's like, bro, they just pop out and do the adult like, there's a big animal out here.
There's
And
a
the kid's
big
like,
ass animal out here. That's why I got this shotgun on my arm.
and
Y'all
the
better
kid's
be
like,
careful.
can I hang out with you?
I told that nigga hell no.
So we end up playing football. Bro, cusses a lot, bro. I'm like trying to keep out the cuss words so we don't get like lag, but it's like every sentence. So we end up playing football and messing around with. And messing around with me, there's this white kid, Tanner, 5 of my cousins, and then 4 of their friends in total. There were 5 girls and 6 boys. Oh, that's sad, bro. Someone not hitting. We all around 15 to 17. We end up just dicking the day away. I mean, messing the day. I mean, eventually we hit the camp and pull out some stuff for a campfire. Even though the trailers both had kitchenettes, Tanner says that his family's property sits up against my uncle's. He wants to run home and ask his dad if he can come out camping with us. My cousin Rooster says he's going to go with him since it's going to get dark soon. One of the girls also want to tag along.
Oh, they
So it's
finna
about
sneak off.
what you said.
They finna sneak off. She finna get her back cracked.
That I'm not gonna lie, bro. They said there's a big animal in the woods. They in the middle of nowhere in Alabama, and it's about to go dark. How they want to head out? I'll be staying right there in them trailers. I'm not gonna lie to you, gang.
I'm moving. You're not gonna catch me out there camping.
That's a fact, bro. You can read now, bro. I just read a lot. That had my chest hurting.
It's about 7 o'clock, and it starts to get pretty dark soon. They grab flashlights and take the trail towards Tan's property. Why they just gonna switch it up like that? Like he's now super cool with this dude. Went from Tanner to Tans.
Yeah, ain't Tanner the dude that just popped up, ain't he? He was like,
They know this dude for like a good little hour. Anyway, the rest of us stay and chill. We make s'mores, drink, and kiss on the girls. They ain't getting no play. About
nah,
30 or
bro.
40 minutes later, there's the smell of ozone again. You can notice it over the scent of the fire we had started. This really nasty, coppery smell, like right after you had a nosebleed and it stopped. It wasn't exactly like dried blood, but it was that metallic back of your throat smell. We immediately think that is some kind of electrical malfunction, or that someone's left a hot plate on or some shit. We search the trailers and nothing's on, but we all can smell it. All of a sudden, we can hear people booking it down the path toward us. Rooster, Tan, and the girl all come running into the clearing, out of breath. And they don't even break stride. They all run into the trailer right by where the fire is.
So my question, do you think so? He said it smells like it's like burning, but ozone. Do you think it's the Goatman, or do you think he's like burning bodies or something?
Nah, it's I don't even know. The Goatman sending out electricity or some shit. I don't fucking know.
The Goatman, Magneto, put it in
they
shit.
all they just gonna come running straight back. Not even say they green for real. I'm gonna be honest.
Bro, they just come running out the woods, dog.
They don't say shit. They just run right into the trailer.
We all get the fudge out of there into the trailers. They end up calming down. Even Rooster is crying, his flipping eyes out at this point. All the while, the fire is guttering low and lower. So my other cousins say, "Freak it," about to go outside to get the generator out of the shed between the trailers. Tanner goes, "Flip no, lock the front door. Ain't nobody else going outside." He's been crying too. His eyes are bloodshot and puffy, and his pants are dirty as poop.
They found his. They had to have found his like dad dead or something.
That man was hanging from the tree by his feet, split open. Probably not, but
He
he
goes
goes
on
on.
to
Oh shit!
oh
You
shit.
can call
He goes on to tell us that they went up to his house. His father said sure he can go out camping, but to make sure they were careful on the way back, and that maybe they should take one of the hunting rifles just in case. Evidently, Tanner had been seeing something in their yard a few days ago. One of their pigs had been ripped up and half eaten. They assumed it was just some big cats or coyotes, even though they don't usually fuck with live animals. Tanner
so.
went upstairs, packed his stuff, and told his dad they would be okay without the rifle because coyotes avoid people. Then they started walking back towards where we were camping.
Wait, hold up. Tanner's giving a lot of backstory instead of saying what just happened. Like in this situation, y'all come running out the woods crying. I don't need this whole backstory. Just tell
I
me
don't
why
want
you
to know
crying.
exactly. I don't need to know none of this. Tell me what you just seen that had y'all running.
Then if I assume that's appropriate, then you can go with the backstory.
Also,
I don't even know what's going on.
why did he say, nah, you know what? We don't need the hunting rifle. You just said it was a big ass animal outside, not even a couple hours ago. And you
Yeah,
gonna be like, oh yeah, we don't need the rifle. My dad walking around with a shotgun, but fuck the rifle.
the dad needed the gun, but the kid don't need it to be alone in the woods. That dad, I think the dad of the song catchy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just popped up the tape in the woods, talking to these little kids, then abandoned his kids with these strangers, and then was like, "Nah, you don't need the gun. Go play with the big animal." In the electric smell in the woods, ain't no electricity in the woods. Why it smelling like that?
I would have been mad as fuck. They would have had to see me just because they ain't bring the gun.
Fact. But Brewster finally stops crying and shaking. The girl already had. Damn, bro, she already stopped crying. It must not have been that bad if she done crying, but Rooster out there. But the girl already had stopped crying. but was now just staring out the window with a dumb look on her face. She says they had gotten halfway into the woods toward the camp and they started to hear stuff in the forest. It was almost pitch black by this time, so they weren't sure at first what the freak it was. The girl says she heard something in the bushes right off the trail. They all beamed their flashlights over there, and there was someone standing in the woods in a little hollow. Rooster said they shouted at him, and he told them that he was scaring the fuck out of them, and what a dick he was. He says that's when he realized that the guy was facing away from them. They kept walking, and then started smelling the nasty coppery ozone smell. They say that they look off into the forest on the opposite side, and there's a dude standing there too, backwards, slightly closer to the path. So then they start power walking. Tan keeps going. I should have taken the fucking rifle. As they're telling the story, the smell is still super strong, even inside the cabin. They say that after they started walking faster, a kind of low gibbering had began coming from both sides of the woods. As they booked it back to the trailer, the girl said she flashed her light out to the side of them and saw something jerking itself through the wood. Oh,
Jerking itself in the woods. Whoa.
it said jerking itself through the woods, not
Oh,
my
my fault.
jerking itself through the woods. Nah, with the way they've been like the way the author been going, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they said. Jerking itself through the woods. I still don't know what it means by it. I don't know if it's hitting some zigzags or it's back there with on PH in the woods. This a freaky ass goat man, 69 God goat man. The gibbering just got louder and louder, and when they could see the light from our campfire, something had come out of the woods about 40 yards behind them onto the track. They just flat out ran as hard as they could to the trailer. I feel like
Insane.
they could have just said this without saying all that backstory. I'm not gonna lie. Like, why did the Tanner started going to the backstory? Rooster was
See,
crying, and the girl had to come on.
I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't be in this situation. Somebody being tripped on, probably Tanner, because I just met his ass. I would have tripped the fuck out of him, left him to die.
I think Tanner kind of sus. I ain't gonna lie. None of this started happening until Tanner just showed up out the bushes.
They was all chilling.
That's a fact, bro. I think, and they said the main character is black, bro, and this is in deep South Alabama in the middle of the woods. You know, Tanner and his dad, they up to something devious.
You already know what Tanner on. This is initiation right here.
If you was in that situation, would you be trusting Tanner right now?
Nick, I ain't trusting nobody. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. You ain't catching me in this situation. Let's get that out there right now. But nah,
for some reason you in this.
Tanner wouldn't, like I already said, Tanner wouldn't have been hanging out with us at all. I would have told him, nah, we good, cuz
Yeah, bro. I'm not hanging out with someone I just met in the middle of the woods. Like, we gotta go to Wendy's or something first, bro.
like we can go hang out at the mall. We can go
Exactly.
chill at Walmart.
Not where
Leave
you
me
can
the fuck
kill me and
alone.
no one will know. They tripping. I'm very sus on Tanner right now.
So we out in the fucking woods, and we're assuming at this point it's some rednecks or some shit trying to fuck with us. All of a sudden, my other cousin Junior starts going on about how he went to school with a native kid that was telling him about the Goatman or some shit. We promptly tell them to shut the fuck up because we don't need any spooky talk right now. Junior, a real one. He already know what the fuck going on.
Junior, like, look, bro, this not the KKK. This is the Goat Man.
Anyway, he kept just going on and on about how it's the fucking Goat Man and how we're in his woods and blah, blah, blah. Now, at the time, I had never heard of this Goat Man or any of that, but then a couple of years ago, the year before I graduated from college, I had a minimum for a roommate, and I ended up asking him about it. And to sum it up, it's basically a fucking man with the head of a goat, and he can shapeshift and get among groups of people to terrorize them. Also, supposed to be kind of like the Wendigo. It's bad mojo to even talk about it, and even worse if you see it. Yeah, it's Tanner. It's Tanner. It can shapeshift. It's Tanner and his dad. They
And
out
they
here
just
killing
popped up.
people.
They just popped up out the bushes and was like, "Oh, your uncle? I know him. He don't know your uncle. He trying to eat you, bro."
I would have called my uncle.
That's a fact, bro. This dude from Chicago and he don't got the blicky on him.
He ain't a real one.
So keep in mind, I didn't know this back then when I was 16. So my cousin is going, the Goatman's going to get in and fucking get us. The girls are all terrified, and my cousin and I are fucking trying to figure out if it's on hillbillies or an animal. All of a sudden, the smell just goes away. To this day, I haven't experienced anything like it. Obviously, smells usually fade away or less, but it literally was just there 1 second and not the next. So it's after an hour, making it around 9 or 10. We stopped shitting bricks enough to go back outside. They went back outside?
I would have went home. Fuck them.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have stayed in that cabin. Locked the doors. It's 10 o'clock at night. You can't see. You in the middle of the deep Alabama woods. There's at least 2 people that was following them down in the trail, a big animal that's eating shit. You gonna go out here?
Yeah, no, they out their mind.
We figured it was just some assholes trying to fuck with us, so we didn't go back home because we think if we do, they'll chase us through the woods or some crazy shit. Nothing else weird happened that night. We stayed another night. They stayed another night? I'm not gonna lie, bro. They deserve whatever happens to them at this point.
Oh, God.
So we stay another night, and for the main part of the night, nothing happens. But at around 1 in the morning, we're outside getting drunk and telling ghost stories. And
Oh,
someone is
see,
finishing.
fuck. Why y'all getting drunk? Like all things. You just heard about the fucking Goatman and seen people in the woods and shit. And y'all said, fuck it, let's get drunk.
Facts. Nah, bro. This not it. They pretty dumb. I'm not gonna lie. But, I'll give it to them, bro. They like 16, 17. They have alcohol. They probably not even thinking about it. They probably just trying to chill, have fun, little teenagers and shit. So I can see, but I be going having fun at a swimming pool. We would be at the mall. We
Shit.
would not be in the middle of the woods. What you said?
They would have caught me in the backyard. I'm not doing this shit in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, in the middle of the woods where animals are showing up, half eaten. There's weird electric smells. There's a goat man. People are following them in the woods. That's not the place to party, bro. But so we were outside getting drunk, telling ghost stories. If someone is finishing some too spooky story, I don't remember what about, the smell comes back. It's so fucking strong that one of the girls literally starts vomiting. I stand up and you can actually feel how clammy the air is. I say we should get inside and that it isn't right. We should have fucking left. We all go back inside and we're standing around. My cousin keeps going on about how it's the goat man. My other cousin Rooster tries to shut him the fuck up, and all the while I'm just feeling that something is wrong and I can't figure out what the fuck it is. We end up sitting in there for a while. The smell is just as strong and we're terrified and all huddled in the camp. We end up cooking brat.
Brats. It's hot dogs.
We end up cooking glizzies for everybody because nobody nobody wants to go outside. It's one of those packs with 4 glizzies. We have a total of 3 packs of glizzies.
They
I
got
grill
12 glizzies.
I grill them up on the stove and give everybody a glizzy. Then get mine. After a while, one of my cousins gets up and goes over to the pot to get another. He double dipping on the glizzies. That's why. After a while, my cousin gets up and goes over to the pot to get another one. He starts grumbling about how I got 2 brought and everybody else only got 1. And I look at him like he's fucking stupid. I tell him that everybody only got 1 because there's only 12 brought, and that if he wanted more, he should have opened a new pack and then cooked some more. The goat man got a glizzy, bro. There's 11 of them, 12 glizzies, and all the glizzies are gone. That's
It's a
why.
glizzy thief.
So really all the goat man's done so far is like look at them and steal their glizzy.
Jerk off in the woods, run at them, and steal their glizzies.
It's a menace, bro. You can start reading.
That's when the girls that had been out with Rooster and Tan just start screaming, "Oh, Jesus! Oh, Lord! Get it out!" She's crying and shivering, and then it dawns on the cousin standing up. What the fuck is wrong? Oh, I'm stupid. Me and him both glance around the room, and I feel my heart fucking sink. I run the fuck out of the cabin, and the girl runs out with us. The trailer door is banging against the side of the trailer as everybody books it out. When one of my cousin's friends asked what the fuck was wrong, I started counting us. There's only 11 now. I shit you not, my cousin verified. There had been 12 people in the cabin, but being that everybody didn't really know each other that well, nobody had noticed the whole fucking time that there was an extra person.
Hold
And
up,
then I
hold up.
realized,
I think if there was only 12 people and they've been there for 2 days, I would notice by then. Like, if it was like 20, 30 people, maybe not, but like 12, that's like, well, 11.
I would have felt like I would have like at least known. I would have been like, damn, where the fuck old boy went with the fucked up eyes?
So they said there was 11, then a 12th person appeared. Now that 12th person's gone now. I feel like, bro, like, if, like I'm saying, if it was like 20, 30 people, that's understandable, but only 11, that's only 10 other people.
Like I personally, I take note of everybody around. I need to. I keep counting my surroundings. I need to know what the fuck's going on. And then all of a sudden, now there's an extra person that nobody knew. Why didn't nobody say anything when they saw it? Like, ain't nobody noticed that this random ass dude they ain't never seen before was just gone?
Who the fuck is Jim? I don't even know Jim. You know Jim? You don't know Jim? We killing Jim. It would have been just like that, bro.
It would have been that easy.
How the fuck you ain't noticed there's a whole person? No, wait, nah. Keep going, bro.
But being that everybody didn't really know each other well, nobody had noticed the whole fucking time that there was an extra person. And then I realized earlier that I had kind of noticed something was off. You know how when you just dicking around having a good time that you don't sweat the small shit? You know how when and you don't always keep track of certain stuff? I'm dead sure that someone else had been in the trailer with us. And they had been there for at least a fucking day, eating with us. What makes it worse is that I couldn't figure out who it was, because I don't think anyone ever actually interacted with the person / the Goatman.
So wait. So there was a fucking 12th person. They noticed him, realized no one else talked to him. He just stood in the fucking corner. And no one said anything about this? Like, no one was like, hey.
Nobody was going to interact. No, they didn't have one moment at all where they were like, yeah, let's talk about something, everybody, and everybody had like a little story to go along with it or some shit.
I would have at least been like, hey, what's up with Jim over there? Why Jim just sitting in the corner? Is Jim okay?
Like, why he over there why he licking his lips at me? Like, what is he doing over there, bro?
Why
Like,
he
nah.
jerking it in the woods, bro? I'm like 96. I'm like 97% sure that would do that with jerking it in the woods.
How do you go a whole day not noticing that someone else that you never talk to is in the house, like in the cabin with y'all? I couldn't do that shit.
And just bro just stood in the corner by himself. No one talked to him the whole time, but they noticed him. But now I got a question: why did everybody run out the cabin earlier? Did everyone just like notice like?
Yeah, I think at the same time they all noticed that there was only supposed to be 11 people.
I think the author should have been like, hold up, there's only 11 of us now, or something that made them all run out. But like everyone in unison, just like, oh, counting how many people are.
To be fair, if I see one person run, I'm running too. That's just black instinct.
Now you're right. But also like, bro could have just went out. What is Jim? Not even the Goatman, bro. Just went outside to go take a piss or something.
That man just went to the bathroom to take a quick shit. He said this shit was too stressful for me. My stomach hurting now.
What if bro just went home because he was tired of this electric smell?
He got tired of them talking about the fucking Goatman and shit, and he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go play 2K. Fuck this. Y'all stressing me the fuck out.
Yeah, bro. I think the Goatman, or the dude they think was the Goat, he was actually the chill one. He wasn't interacting with anybody because they was all being fucking crazy.
He was like, no, it's just gonna turn out that these niggas all just did like acid or some shit. Tanner just drugged them all.
Bro, wait, he got his glizzy and left.
He was like, man, I paid $12 for these goddamn glizzy. I'm gonna get my shit before I leave.
The glizzy didn't dip. The girl kept praying to Jesus, and we're all sitting outside. Eventually, we get big-ass sticks and go back to the cabin, and there's nobody in there. We count again, and there's 11 people. We go back into the trailer and lock the door. We explain what the fuck happened. The girl says that she realized too, and that when she was about to say something, the person sitting next to her had grabbed her leg hard, leaned toward her, and said something she couldn't understand. So we are pretty much scared as fuck as we huddle together, and I fall asleep. When I wake up, the sun is coming down, and half the people are asleep, and the other half are packing our shit up. So the goat man grabbed her leg, bent down, and like vanished. What that what it was saying?
I don't know. How the fuck do you take your eyes off of him?
How did bro? They in like
How
this.
did he escape? It's a small ass trailer.
Yeah, that's what I assume. It's like a small ass trailer. No one else noticed this weird motherfucker that's been sitting in the corner, ain't said or interacted with anyone. Grab this girl's thigh, get in her face, start screaming and pig Latin.
Niggas just said, "I got what
Yeah,
I'm gonna do about that," and then took off. Nobody noticed that shit.
she the only one, and then she waited until everybody else noticed. There was only 11 people to say something.
Ah, for real. She want everybody there to die.
I bet she made this up, bro. You know how girl she just wanted attention. So we are pretty scared as fuck. We huddle together and I fall asleep. I would not be sleeping in this situation. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, no, you ain't catching me sleeping.
When the sun is just coming up and half the people are asleep and the other half are packing our shit up. The other half, those are the smart ones. We
Mm-hmm.
all want to walk back home, but like 4 people want to stay until the sun is all the way up. That's kind of smart though. I kind of won't want to walk through the dark either. Some people think we're just fucking around and still want to stay to the trailer. Those people are stupid. I just wanted to get the fuck out the woods. The girl's name was Kiera, and the one that the goat man had touched. Anyways, I asked her if she really thinks it was something bad, and she said she really wants to go home and she doesn't want to be out in the woods alone for another night. You can go.
Mm-mm. Them
Oh,
niggas.
bro, I just read the first sentence, bro. They fucking retarded.
So we
Don't
decide to.
cancel me for that. I'll take it back.
So we decide to split up. The 4 that want to go can, but I have to stay because I have the keys to the cabin and it's my uncle's, and I have to lock up.
I'll make everybody leave. Then we sticking together.
Oh God, Eric, if you want to sit out here in the woods, I'm locking the cabin and going. Fuck y'all. Anyway, I'm super pissed off at this point because I feel like people aren't taking this shit seriously, and I definitely didn't want to be out in the woods for another night. I spend the rest of the day trying to convince the rest of the people, now 4 girls and 4 guys, to get the fuck out of Dodge. Tanner leaves with them to get a rifle and says he's going to be back, so there's just 7 of us left by 4 p.m. See, everybody should have just went to the house. Why didn't everyone just go to their house?
Wait, so Tanner leaves with one group to get a rifle. So Tanner's not the goat man then because Tanner's still there.
Yep.
How many people left?
There's 7 left at the thing, and then 4 of them. Okay, so 4 left in the beginning, or 3 of their friends left, and Tanner was with them too. And then, so that's 4 that left out of the 11. And then now there's just 7 of them chilling.
So wait, it says 4 girls and 4 guys. Get the fuck out of Dodge. So that's 8 people. I'm trying to convince the rest of the people now. 4 girls. So 8 people left.
I guess so, including him.
Oh, Tanner leaves then these with them. But there's 7 people still there. That math's not adding up. That's 15 people.
Fuck it, I'm just not worrying about it.
Damn, there's a lot of goat men now. And they still not noticing. At this point, they still like, I haven't seen you before.
At around 5 p.m., he hasn't made it back yet, and we're getting extremely fucking antsy. The only reason I stopped begging them to leave was because he went to go get a gun. At about 5:30 p.m. or so, the one cousin that did stay says that the girl Kiera is outside. We all look outside, and sure enough, she's standing by the fire pit with her back to the cabin. I'm thinking to myself, if she was so fucking scared, why the hell would she come back? And then I get this nasty feeling in my gut. Keep in mind, the whole time, the coppery smell has been gone. Now I realize I can smell just a twinge of it.
Oh shit,
It's gonna go down.
So the Goatman kind of like a skinwalker.
Possessed her ass real quick.
I say this to the rest of them. Everybody, and these are the people that wanted to stay in the fucking woods after we had the goddamn Goatman in our midst, is laughing at me and asking if I set this up to scare them. I'm looking at like, I'm not fucking bullshitting you all right now. I asked them, why the fuck would I play like that? So one of the girls goes outside to get Kiera. Rip. She gets halfway to her and stops cold. Kiera starts heaving. I don't know how the fuck to describe it. Sort of like if someone with their back turned was laughing without actually making any sound. What the fuck does that mean? It was the fact that made me realize that there was not a fucking sound in the whole woods. It was dead silent. This was late September, so it was still fairly hot at the time, but super chilly some days too. And you could usually hear big ass geese honking or some kind of birds or squirrels chit-chatting. I step out the door and tell the girl to come back in the fucking trailer right now. She backs up into it, and we lock the fucking door. We pull down all the shades except one, and put a guy there in a chair to watch Kiera. She stands there for another 20 minutes or so. Eventually, the guy turns to say that she's still there, and there's a huge fucking bang on the door. Oh, shit.
We all jumped the fuck up and scrambled around the living room of the trailer. The banging is super fucking loud. My cousins is holding one of the girls. The other two are kind of giggling with nervous laughter. And me and the other two guys are shitting bricks. Then we hear
Why the fuck are they laughing?
I mean, some people laugh when they get nervous.
They said they fucking, they giggling.
Then we hear Tan. He's screaming, "Let me the fuck in. Stop playing." We go over to the door and open it, and he stumbles in with a rifle. There's no one else outside. Ah, shit.
You think it ran away, or you think it is Tanner?
Maybe now it may have took over his skin. I really don't know. I don't know what to fucking expect right now.
I don't know, because it hasn't been able to, like, speak. And the only time it did speak, it was, like, in fucking Latin or some shit that no one understands. And he just talked perfectly fine. And they also haven't seen the face of it. It's always been turned away from him.
Yeah, I don't think it got Tanner. I think maybe he saw Kiera standing there or some shit and was like, "Oh, hell no, I know what the fuck's gonna happen. You ain't getting me, bitch."
Well, I think that it saw Tanner with the gun and ran into the woods.
Or that.
Evidently, we had walked up to the campsite. Nothing weird happened in the forest, but he had seen a girl. Mind you, he said it was not Kiera standing there. When he had gotten to the edge of the clearing, she turned toward him with a slack-jawed look and just stared him down, slowly tracking him as he walked around the outside of the clearing towards the camp. He said it wasn't until he was almost halfway to the trailer that he had realized she was getting closer to him. She had started off by the fire. I would have shot her. Got the gun.
Oh, God. Why didn't he just put a cap in her ass?
I would have popped her ass, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Bro got that thing on him, and he ain't up. He not a killer for real. She has, bro, like this random bitch just looking at you all creepily, tracking you down and getting closer to you. I would have shot her ass. If, bro, no one better try to. I don't know. Better be trying to get close to me in the fucking woods.
Not like that. Not with all this shit going on.
She had started off by the fire, and without even seeing her move, she had been inching closer. He said he just ran the rest of the way back to the cabin, thinking it would open when he got to the door, and it was locked. He turned, and it was about half the distance to the door. Oh, you know, bro is panicking. He looks around the room and then gets super pale. He pulls me to the side and whispers in my ear, "You know there are only 7 of us in here, right?" Oh shit, there was 7 when he left. There was 7 still in the cabin. So the Goatman was in there the whole time. So it wasn't Kiera. Damn. Unless there's multiple.
How are they not noticing this random person?
Yeah, bro, like, definitely, since they even cut the groups in half, I would have definitely noticed.
I would have kept track of who the fuck is around me.
Especially, well, I guess, wait, no, it's still in their skin now, though, so it's, like, blending in with them.
Oh, yep. I
So
would have made.
I'm gonna
See,
make
you're making
everybody
everybody fucking
thinking.
stop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, now that got me though. That was good. And then get super close. You know, there's only 7 of us in here, right? I get that feeling where your stomach drops to your nut. It's back inside the trailer while we were sorting out who was going where. And then when we all went outside to talk earlier in the day, it just slipped right back in. We look out the window and there's nobody there. So we recount, and then I go over and ask everyone how many people were here earlier. Everybody says 8. I say, well, how many are here now? They all do the count and realize there are only 7 people in the cabin. So that means 2 Goatmen, because there was 7 without Tan. Now there's 7 with Tan.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 of them were in there. That's wild. Tan had brought back a couple boxes of ammo in his rifle. His He had told his dad. He should have brought his dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was Tanner, I only knew these dudes for 2 days.
Oh, I'm not coming back. I'm
Like,
chilling
bro,
up in the
called
house.
like the cop. He should have like called the cops to go check on their ass. I would have been inside playing with my PlayStation, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 around this time. Oh, I'd be late. I'm not gonna lie to you. But he had told his dad that there was some kind of animal in the forest because he didn't think he would believe him if he said it was the goat man. He says, I wouldn't have told him. I would have been chilling. He says that his cousin is supposed to be coming down in a few hours and that in the morning we can all go back to his place and his cousin will drive us home. Now I'm really fucking terrified, but I at least feel better because we can be American and shoot the fuck out of whatever it is if it comes back. But then my cousin gets into the huge argument with one of the girls because she thinks that I'm trying to be funny and prank them. She's getting really scared and thinks I'm not funny. He keeps telling her I'm not that kind of person, and she says, well, how do we know that the girl wasn't just Tanner in a wig, or if it's really the goat man? How do we know that this is the real Tanner and the goat man just didn't kill Tanner in the woods and take his gun? We get into a fucking argument about this where me and Tanner, like, we could seriously be in danger because at the very least, someone has been sneaking themselves into our fucking trailer without us knowing and mingling with us. And at worst, something bad is in the forest fucking with us. One of the girls is crying and saying she wants to go right now, and we're trying to tell her we shouldn't because none of us are walking through the woods in the middle of the night.
Fuck her. She can go do that shit by herself. I'm not.
I would be like, nah, you think it's a prank? Go ahead, go. No one's stopping you.
At
What
this
do you?
point, go ahead.
What do you? So, do you think Tanner's a goat man or nah?
Up and the person has his skin or something, but nah, I think at first he was just chilling. I
Yeah,
think
I
he was
think he
just
was just a weird dude.
he was a weird dude chilling in the fucking bushes and shit.
So yeah, bit.
At this point, the sun is starting to go down and it's getting a little cloudy out. We eat something and turn on the radio for a while, but we really can't really get a station out there with anything decent. So we turn it off at about the time that Tan's cousin shows up. He was like 19, I think. Now the sun is just barely over the horizon. He has one of those heavy-duty lantern flashlights and another rifle. He walks up to the trailer and we whisper to Tan, asking if he's sure that's his cousin. He says yes. The guy looks behind him and all around the camp, then walks in. He kind of glances at all of us and looks a little confused. And then he says, "Where's your other little buddy at? I figured she would meet me up at the cabin. Is she a little slow or something?" He asks whether we had been cooking blood in the cabin because it smelled like blood and hot pans all the way up the trail. And we are all like, fucking nope. We ask him what the fuck he's talking about with the girl he saw.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This dude weird as fuck, bro. Come up there like, where's the little girl? Have y'all been cooking blood? Like, what the fuck type of questions is these?
I mean, he asking real questions because if I walk up and a dude it just smells like straight blood.
Bro, how does he know what cooking blood smell like?
And I'm assuming it just smelled like hot blood. I don't know.
You know what hot blood? You be cooking people, bro? You
Just a
you
little
you
bit.
you a little Jeffrey Dahmer over there?
A little bit.
Do your thing,
Uh,
bro.
why the? Nah, he asked a good one with the where the fuck's that little girl at? Cause
That means the Goatman talked to him,
and oh shit, that nigga can talk.
or it might be one of the girls got lost in the woods trying to go back. Cause remember some of them left, but I think
Mm-hmm.
it was the Goatman.
He, aka his cousin, Tan's cousin, he had come down the same trail Tan had been using and found one of you guys' buddies standing in the middle of the trail looking at him slack jawed. Excuse me. He had asked her a bunch of questions, but all she did was just look at him. And then she smiled, and he said he kept walking. She couldn't seem to keep up with him and kept lagging a little behind. He said he asked her if she was hurt or something and if she needed any help, but she had continued to just stare. Eventually, he turned around a bend in the trail, but then when he went back to see if she was okay, the trail was empty. He assumed she had taken some shortcut through the woods to her trailer. That man could have got right then. Wouldn't have known.
This dude, he's so oblivious. There's a weird little slack jawed girl in the woods staring at him, not saying anything, and disappears. And he's like,
I would have
he
shot
probably
her
just
ass.
found a shortcut.
I would have shot her ass instantly.
Well, I mean, he don't really know what's happening yet, so
I don't give a fuck. Any creepy little girl like that finna get shot instantly.
it could have just been an acoustic girl.
And I would have been in fucking jail for shooting a little acoustic girl.
Damn, bro,
I'm not
you
taking that risk.
everybody, y'all heard it here, bro. Chris shoot autistic girls in the woods.
Alright, bruh.
We tell him the whole
Wouldn't
story
need
of what's been going on. They should have told him before he got here, bro. Tanner is a terrible cousin.
Tanner selling the fucking bag.
We tell him the whole story of what's going on. I half expected him to say we were full of shit, but he just listened and sat down on the couches in the living room. Tanner's cousin gets back to the girl. He says that when she had kept trying to lag behind him, it had been kind of weirded, kind
It
of, oh,
weirded him to fuck
it
them.
had kind of weirded him the fuck out. So he tried to keep her in front of him. But no matter how slow he walked, she was always lagging a little behind. He smelled this nasty smell and it got stronger as he got to the camp. Eventually, it got really strong. He said something really low he didn't catch, and when he had turned around, she had been right the fuck up on him. I thought she disappeared in the woods.
Oh God.
Did she come back? Or,
I don't know.
he should have shot her, bro. But he stepped back from her. It was at this point that he asked her if she was okay. If she wasn't, he offered to carry her back the rest of the way. She just kept staring. Said he reached out for her, as in to grab her on the shoulder, but he must have misjudged the distance because she was off to the side of where he had put his hand. Like she had moved while he was looking dead at her. So at this point, we knew this shit's real. Unless Tan is playing a joke, which we can tell he's not because he's almost pissing his pants. They load up the rifles. We ate. We ate some more. And we just kind of sit around until about 11. AM or PM? Do you know?
PM.
PM. Bro,
Because
they
he
should have.
showed up at like I think he said he showed up at like 9.
They should have left during the daytime. This like day 4 out here, isn't it?
They could have been gone.
To this fucking day, every time I think about this, I really pray to God. And it's some huge prank that my cousins played on me and just never revealed, so I would shit myself for the rest of my life. But at around 11, the stink of copper turned into an actual gross blood-like smell, like cooked blood and singed hair. Tan and his cousin Reese get the fuck up instantly and grab the rifles. There's like a half knocking, half clawing at the door, and I shit you not, there's this voice. It sounds like when you see these YouTube cats and dogs who the owners teach them how to talk. It says in this halting, weirdly toned voice, "Let me the fuck in. Stop playing." Oh, bro, it's mimicking. It's
It's mimicking
mimicking
10.
it. Damn, bro. It made me my fucking nut freak. Like bro, it gets good and gets like spooky, and then the fucking author will say this stupid ass shit that fucking like
It
kills
made
the
my
mood.
nuts crawl back up in my body.
Like, bro, his all the cuss, like you can tell this was wrote by a teenager.
Yeah, that was wrote by like a 14-year-old.
They good writers for being that young. It's like a good story, but it's just so many like unnecessary cuss words and weird moments like this that just like throw you out the horror that they in.
That's shit. That's
It
kind of funny though.
made my fucking nuts freaking against my body. Like your nuts aren't already attached to your body. Like your shit fucking Velcro. Hold up, it's 2024. They might be Velcro, but and one of the girls just starts crying and calling for Jesus. It was so fucking obviously not a person talking. It didn't have the right cadence. This some shit I never realized until that moment. But all people have a certain cadence when they talk. No matter what language, all people have a certain kind of rhythm when talking. This shit didn't have any kind of cadence or rhythm. One of those YouTube cats. That's what the fuck it sounded like outside the door. It sounded like this almost, just not funny. Sorry for being on a tangent, but if you can't imagine how this shit sounded, then you can't imagine how fucked up the whole situation was.
That
So
dude really
now,
put a YouTube link up in that bitch.
they did drop a YouTube link. I'm not gonna listen to it right now. Uh, I'll put this link in the Oh wait, I'm gonna click the link. Let's hear how this sounds. I'm gonna put the link in for y'all. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit was creepy. I ain't like that. I don't like that at all, bro. I ain't like that, bro. If I'm in the middle of the woods and there's banging on the door and there's
And I hear
something
that shit.
saying "Let me the fuck in," but I'm shooting through the door. They got two guns on them.
Oh god, they catching a whole fucking clip up in that bit. Bow, bow, bow.
So now I'm in full. Now you're in full terror mode. You haven't already been in full terror mode, but so now I'm in full terror mode. We keep yelling outside, "Who is it? Stop fucking around, man!" And it just keeps saying "in" or "Let me the fuck in" for almost 15 minutes. Then the smell goes away for a while. And for the next hour or so, you can hear someone basically creeping around in the woods and shit. And every couple minutes, it comes back to the door and says nothing. No something. Finally, the smell fades away at around 2 in the morning, and Reese says, "Man, fuck this," and opens the door and walks outside with his rifle. He fires a shot into the air and says something to the effect, "In the name of Jesus Christ, go away." He fires two more times, and then from the woods, right up against the river across from the trailer, it sounds like something is slowly gibbering and hooting. Then it starts screaming, and it sounds almost like a woman and a cat in a bag screaming together. Like, I seriously have never heard any shit like this. We can hear the bushes over that way start to shake. Reese fires over into the tree line and then starts backing up into the building. We lock the door, and we can hear this shit keening and screaming. Reese said something had come out of the bushes, super low to the ground, and was crawling towards the cabin. He had shot at it. Pretty much that was how the rest of the night went. Literally constant screaming for the next 2 hours and shit moving out the tree line. But it never came back to the cabin until everyone had fallen asleep.
See, I don't see how everybody could be asleep at this point.
Oh yeah, especially Reese, bro. He saw this thing fucking crawling out the woods at him.
Oh yeah, hell no. The fact that he sold the bag and missed.
Uh, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would. I don't know what I'd do in this situation. I would have been left like 3 days ago. They like almost a weekend now. But shit, or you could read now.
The fucking bag. 10 had been sitting in the chair watching the door with his rifle. Nobody else heard or saw this, and he told me 2 days later, after the whole thing was over. He said he had been nodding off after screaming and noises finally stopped. He'd been almost asleep when he saw someone come out of the bathroom and then lay in the middle of the floor and go to sleep. He just assumed it was one of us and that the guy had nodded off. Then he said he kind of realized something was wrong. While pretending to be asleep, he counted us. There were 9 people in the cabin. He didn't want
Shit.
to try to shoot at the fucking thing and have it kill us all then and there, or have Reese wake up and start shooting and us kill ourselves. So he just stayed awake all night, pretending to be asleep. He says sometimes it would stand up and kind of do this weird jittery thing, or heave like it was laughing, but then it would lay back down.
That
The
big
story. Oh, go ahead. What you saying?
bro, he saw it in the cabin. Didn't shoot it. What's the point of having the gun if you didn't shoot it?
I would have let. I'm gonna be honest. I would have said fuck everybody else. I would have let off one shot at him, hit him dead in his shit, and then while he's stunned, just sitting there like, damn, I really just got shot. Took off running by myself. Fuck everybody else. They can fin. They can figure it out.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You know how scary that must have been though for bro? Like this thing just gets up every couple hours in the middle of the night, starts doing a weird little dance and giggling to itself with no sound coming out, and then just lays back down.
Bro stands up and hits an emote like Fortnite and just says, fuck it, let me lay back down real quick.
What's this thing's purpose? It clearly don't want to kill them.
Obviously, I don't even fucking know, man.
It seemed like bro just lonely.
He just wants some friends.
He not even he a nice dude, bro. He just want to hang out.
Alright. But then it would lay back down. The story closes pretty weak because from my perspective, nothing happened. When we woke up, I noticed that Tan was a little jittery and that he was avoiding looking at us all. But when we ate some breakfast, packed up, and started walking to the house, he stayed last in the cabin and said he'd lock up and bring me my uncle's keys. He told us to just start walking and that he'd catch up, which I didn't really want to fucking do. We got a little bit up the path, and when he came running up, we just jogged back to his house. His cousin took us home. There was a window in the bathroom. Tan had gone back to lock up and looked in there, and we were too stupid to lock a screenless window. And it was fucking up. And it was fucking up when he went in there. I'm guessing it had been doing that all along, waiting for us to fall asleep or slip up and then getting in among us. It walked with us all the goddamn way back to his house, and then it said it lagged to the back of the group and looked him dead in the eyes before walking into the woods. Bro, weak ass ending.
So bro brought the Goatman to his house.
He brought the Goatman to his house. Didn't even know, or for real. And then looked it dead in his eyes. It said something, and then just walked back into the woods.
He knew it was the Goatman, bro. He saw them all night dancing and shit. Bro had the guns and chose not to shoot the Goatman.
He said, fuck it, peace over violence, brother.
It kind of makes me think Tan was just fucking with him.
That had to be. Either that or Tan was just worshiping this dude. Either way, Tan sold the bag. So did Reese for not fucking staying awake. As the older cousin, you supposed to stay awake.
That's a fact. And I wonder what happened to the people that left already. I wonder if they got got it.
I don't know. It chose fucking Kiera's skin, so maybe.
I wonder if it like kills them and gets their skin, or if it just sees them and gets their skin. I'd assume would have to kill them. Well, nah, because it was sneaking in at night among them and they wouldn't notice. So I think it could just like
it transforms after a little bit.
But how at that point would they not notice?
I don't even know, bro. I guess
nah. Tan noticed. He just didn't do nothing.
Tan, like I said, Tan sold the fucking bag.
It kind of makes me think Tan and Reese was just pranking their ass.
Just a little bit. See, I would have went to the bathroom after it laid back down and shit. I would have just went to the bathroom, got out the window, and took off.
Imagine if Tan would have said, did his emote dance, stood up over each person, jerked it, and then laid down after it, jerked it over each person. That would have been way better of a story.
What do you even do in this situation? Like, you just see it come back and lay up, and then it gets up, it hits a little Fortnite emote, and then lays back down.
that bit Tan just sat there and watched it and pretend he was sleeping. How he watched it and pretend he was sleeping, bro? His eyes closed. He must have had some sunglasses on.
Something.
I don't know if I like the ending for it.
Nah, that was shit ending.
And they ain't, bro. At this point, they ain't even check if all the windows was locked.
Oh yeah, no, they all stupid. I would have locked everything up. I wouldn't even let anybody out of sight. Fuck using the bathroom. You gotta piss or shit, you better shit on yourself. Everybody sitting in the same room.
It's a fact. Still don't get how they didn't notice new people were just popping up,
That
especially when they split up.
Like, how do
Like,
you
when
not? Because they were already there for a couple of days. How you didn't notice that someone was just chilling among y'all the whole
especially when they
time?
split up and there was only half of them there.
It doesn't make sense, dog.
I guess like if it like took the form of one of the people that was leaving, but I would have still tallied everyone that left. I was like, nah, you left. I saw you leave.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot them.
Everybody, I'm gonna be honest. I would have been like, "Hey, Tam, let me see the gun," and grabbed it from Tam real quick. Popped his ass first because he's the most suspicious. Killed the girls instantly because I don't know them for real. I would have spared my cousin and then
His
shot the
cousin
other dude.
left. His cousin, one of the ones that left, wasn't he?
No, I thought he had two cousins there, didn't he? He had Junior
Oh
and
yeah, they all his
Rooster.
cousins, but his main cousin, like the one he know the best, Rooster. I think Rooster left.
Yeah, and it was Junior that was sitting there. I would have popped everybody but Junior
No, they was
immediately.
all his cousins, I think. Well, no, it couldn't have been because they said they were kissing the girls and shit. Hey, it's in
Yeah,
Alabama. They might have been cousins.
they may have been. It was this story, all right though. It is
I fucked with
a
it.
little,
It's like a 6 out of 10.
little goofy at some points. Like when he said that his nuts fucking crept from out of his body. Like, come on now.
I think with a
It was
rewrite,
a
it
moment.
could be a. I think it could be a really solid story with a rewrite.
Oh yeah, because this person was definitely like 12, 13 when they wrote this shit.
I ain't gonna lie though, because a lot of stories wrote by people that age, they completely trash. This was a pretty good story. I like. It had some horror elements, like when they was locked in the cabin and the Goatman was fucking screaming and beating on the doors. That
That
part
shit.
was
Yeah, now that part was interesting.
that part was scary, and then they started talking about his nuts shriveling up on his body, and then it just killed the mood.
It was just like, why are you talking right now, dog?
And they need to take out like, bro, it was like fuck shit every single sentence. It's just like, bro, we
Mm.
get it. You edgy, bro. You cool. We got
Hey, no, but get them to rewrite it now. They'll probably kill it.
you. Hey, this came out. I think like it would say when it came out,
Maybe.
2012. So they 12 years older now.
Yeah, no, they could kill it right now.
That's a fact. They just they do a quick rewrite, just change up the script a little bit. I think this would also make a good short movie. I think.
Oh yeah, like fuck, what is that YouTube? They do like short horror stories.
I know who you talking about. I can't remember. Oh, fuck. I've seen them before. They got some good production.
Crypt TV, that's what it is.
Yeah, but nah, I think that'd be fire though if they do like a little short of this. I think there probably is some short to it on YouTube somewhere, but not looking like professional.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, this was a cool little episode to change the pace from the wrestling podcast. If y'all fuck with this, let us know. We'll do some more in the future. Y'all got any suggestions for stories you want us to read? Just drop that too. But, I gave this story like a 6 out of 10,
It is. It's like a 5.5 for me.
5.5.
And it's just completely average.
I agree. I feel like it had a good premise, but the writing of it took me out some.
Yeah, like it would have been a lot higher. And then what really brought it down, even with the writing and how they did it, I would have still gave it like a 7 because it was pretty good if it didn't have that shit ending.
I think I don't like Tan, bro. Like he knew the Goatman was just chilling in the crib doing his little Pennywise dance. Do nothing. Hey, he might have been right though. He might have shot it and it might have just got mad and killed everybody. Bro was chilling though. I guess he was kind of right.
I guess
Me,
so.
me though, I would have upped that bitch on him.
I would have upped it as soon as everybody walked out or woke up, and it was like looking around, like, okay, who I'm killing first, shooting that bitch again, and instantly taking off.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. We would have like if we would have been like half the people up at one time, not just one person, because bro could have dozed off and he did, and that's how the Goatman got in the window. We would have took
Mm-hmm.
shift. Like there's 8 of them, 4 people up, 4 people sleep.
Mm-hmm. Like they better play some fucking Uno for a couple of hours while the other people sleep.
I don't want to sleep at all, bro. That adrenaline, I don't know how you could sleep. Your adrenaline would be crazy right there, bro. You just had some
Mm-hmm.
fucking creature screaming and speaking in Latin shit, banging on the door trying to get in.
Saying "let me in" sounded like a cat having a seizure. Hell no, I'm not sleeping.
Not at all, bro. And then I don't know how Reese was sleeping. He saw that bitch crawling at him out the woods.
Like he said he tried to reach for it, and it was like wasn't in the same spot that he just saw it in. Like that shit. I'm gonna be honest. I would have left them there. I would have went back home.
They never saw it to say it looked like a ghost. So I just
Yeah,
realized that.
I don't get why it's called the Goatman, but they did say it's some Native American
I don't,
stuff.
I don't think it was a goat man. I think it was a skinwalker.
I don't know. Either way, should have killed some of them. We should have seen some death on screen.
Yeah, I don't think it wanted to kill him. I think it was just lonely,
It just wanted some friends. It just wanted somebody to play Uno with.
bro. I wonder like if the smell meant anything like on a deeper level, or if it's just like
I don't know, but like, why does it? How come they didn't notice that like the scent got strong whenever it came in? Was it like coming from off the goat man or what?
that's what I assume. It smelled like blood. Maybe it was like some kid that died in the woods, and that's why it smells like blood. He was just trying to hang out with other kids, but he had to like take their bodies over or something to hang out. I don't know. I probably put in more thought into it than the author did.
Probably. They need to come back and rewrite it.
That's a fact. But nah, it was a cool little story, bro. It was something good for a first episode of this. But like I said, y'all want us to react to any other stories? Just drop a comment. Let us know. You got anything you want to say, Chris?
Nope. Having fun with these. Can't wait to get another one. Definitely finna look in, find some better ones than this.
It, okay. And we could do them like in season. So, and then I think it would be a cool idea, like do a season, and then when the season over, we like rank all of them. Like do an episode where we
Mm-hmm.
worst the best. And then yeah, that'd be cool. Then we start season 2.
Sounds pretty good.
I bet
Definitely
we
excited for it.
Agent Orange out.